absolute superstar. Let's start with your heroic moment for the other night. You got the try, got the victory over the Roosters, and you're making a habit of saving your team because in round 19 you saved them as well with a try-saving tackle. So can I ask, how are you dealing with all of this fame and glory?
Yeah, it's a tough life. I just firstly, just want to say thanks for having me on. It's really nice to actually have a Cronulla forward that can make sense in this show.
It's a carver. It's a carver.
Thank you very much.
That's your one from round 19. That was pretty good as well.
Yeah, that was helpful. Ronnie actually, man, he talks well. I love playing with that guy. He was saying that I saved his week that week, and it made me feel like, you know, I was the only boy in the room. No, but seriously. It's been a great season. It's been a really good season so far. It's been up and down. Like, I was out of the side for the first 4 rounds. I had mid-season surgery on my ankle, missed 7 weeks, and just to be back now and contributing, you know, in some positive way to the team's success is I didn't think it was going to happen at the start of the year, so I'm just really happy to be here now in business time.
How nervous do you think Fitzy is watching this?
Oh my
about
God.
what you're going to say?
We need one of those we need a dump button.
Yeah,
what
probably.
Say.
No, but in all seriousness, that game on Saturday night, the performance defensively in particular, is that one of the biggest wins coming out of your camp in the conversation post-game?
For sure. That was sort of what Craig highlighted post-game. He was just saying that we've been looking for that performance for the last 4 years since he's been at the club. In previous years, he might have tried to, you know, pass our way around a team or try and execute some amazing play, but this time around we just realised that no, defence wins competitions, and you know, we've worked on it now for 4 years, and it's time we're finally implementing it into our game.
Toby, you speak about the last 3 or 4 seasons, and you put yourself in really good positions through the regular season, top 4s, top 8s, over the last 4 years. But you haven't put yourself in the big one yet. Is there pressure on the squad to do that this year, or it's just a complete new season focusing on this week?
I think it's both. We are focusing on this week as each week goes past, but the only thing we haven't done yet as a squad, as you pointed out, is playing in the big dance, in the grand final. And there might not be external pressure, but amongst the boys in the room, there's as much pressure coming from us as anyone.
Yep.
We know we have the team to be there. We know we have the talent, the squad, the love for one another. It's all there. It's all it's waiting there for us. Just we have to take it, and we have to take our chance. It's now.
Toby, on the back of what Alana said, as a Shah sit on the sideline, I thought you made too many errors in the first 20 or 25 minutes, but the start of that second half, first 20 minutes there, they were beating you guys up. But I've got to be honest, on the sideline, I didn't really feel they were going to break you, I didn't feel like they were going to score. What was the feeling like on the field, and what was the talk like on the field? Because they had all the field position, and they've been the best attacking side the past 8 weeks of the competition. They've been scoring plenty of points. But to me, they didn't look like scoring.
Mate, I think the first 20 minutes of the second half, I wasn't on there. I was riding the pine. But
well, there you go. That's why they're defending so well.
yeah, there you go.
1-1.
No, I get out there. Yeah. No, look, I think it's happened all year. We've sort of been thereabouts, and we've just sort of maybe had one sort of crack, one sort of error, one sort of defensive lapse, letting teams back in. But I think we're just growing up as a team now, and we just know what it takes to win games, and we're just starting to implement it, like I said before.
Well, you take on minor premiers this week, the Raiders. Did you get a chance to watch yesterday's game, and where do you see their main threats against you guys?
Yeah, I did get to see it. That was just the most stellar game of football I've seen in probably since 2010, the Roosters versus the Tigers in that major semi.
Yeah.
The main threats, I feel like, are the same as ours. I feel like they have the most balanced forward back in the competition, second to ours.
Yep.
I do feel like their interchange players are as quality as ours, and that's usually where our strength lies. I feel like when an interchange comes on, they sort of lift another gear, but the Raiders interchange are doing the same thing. So I feel like it's going to be a game, I'm front row, probably a bit biased, but it's going to be won and lost in the middle of that field, and usually is. Their threats are, obviously Papali'i, Tarpany. Horsburgh's just a machine, and he's been really sort of breaking tackles, offloading left, right and centre. So if we can contain their threats, I think ours will go a long way towards winning the game.
Toby, do you take any of those challenges personally? When I listen to Renato Mawatala, he takes the challenge, he takes everything personally on the field. Do you personally do that?
Ronnie and I have had these discussions about mindsets for a lot of hours over a lot of beers over a lot of Mad Mondays. And, he's different to me. He puts himself on the line and he backs up his own words, right? But he's got the talent for that sort of stuff. I'm out there surviving, man. I debuted at 24. I barely got there in the end. The only weapon I have in my arsenal is running hard. That's all I got. So
It's a fair weapon.
yeah, well, it helps sometimes for sure. Look, if I had the confidence, the talent to do the things that Ronaldo does, I'd say it. But I'm just out there trying to be the best contributor for my team in my position. That's all I can back on.
You say the game's going to be played and dominated through the middle, but obviously there are people that need to decide by how much and own those key moments. What did you make of Trindle's game on Saturday and also just where he's at the moment?
Yeah, I think our whole spine has been unreal lately. I think Tricky's been sort of nothing short of class. He had that week off and you wouldn't have noticed it from him being out there. He got kicked in the face throughout the game and he just wiped it off like it was nothing. I thought he controlled really well. I thought his halves partner, Nico, was unreal. And I think Blake Brayley, since becoming our skipper at 9, has just taken it in his stride.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's writing pre-game speeches the night before or anything, because they're really good. They're unreal.
Give us an insight.
No.
He was going to be my next question, because he has been the Sharks Player of the Year the last 2 years in a row. I personally think he'll get it again this year.
Yep.
But his game this year has definitely gone to another level. But I got to be honest, I think it's on the back of you boys, or the back of the forward pack, winning that battle in the middle of the field. He can't run the way he runs unless you win the tackle.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you let him know that?
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, I do at times. I think we've identified that when Blake runs, our team is the most successful when he runs the ball. I think there's some stat, if he runs the ball 8 times or more, we win 80% of games. So we realise that we can't finish on sidelines. We have to finish sort of our sets and our tackles sort of in between the scrum lines, and that allows his running game to unlock. And when his running game unlocks, Nico's on the back, Will Kennedy's on the back. You see Ronaldo scoring tries off the back of it. So Blake Brayley, man, he's the key, and you see what he does for us in defence too. Bends his back every time, tackles blokes 40 kilos heavier than him, and he's an inspirational leader. I love playing with the kid.
Well, Toby, one of our favourite segments here on the show is 100% Dribble, and you featured last week when you admitted on air, you openly admitted, I think I'll put it politely, you pooed your pants,
I did,
right? Would you like to have the final say after they took the piss out of you? Or?
I mean, no, I pooed my pants, it happens.
It happens.
Does it happen? Anyone else?
This happened.
On the field.
On the
Yeah.
field. Oh, believe me, this nothing.
crook.
I've had a couple of drinks with Toby, and there's a whole lot more things he doesn't want to have.
Jealous.
No, I won't be telling, because he might have a thing or two on me also.
Maybe a couple that stays here.
Yeah.
No, look, I had antibiotics, upset my gut flora and fauna. Having to tackle front rows off kickoffs, you've got to brace yourself. And sometimes you just, you ate too many chilies or too many oats, or something happened, too much fibre in the diet.
Bit of follow through.
A little bit. Just like the top of a soft serve.
That's enough from you. Cut it off. I'm hoping no more poo stories this week.